And now, Insights with Terri Coots. A weekly look through the eyes of predictive astrologer Terri Coots. Here's Terri.
Hi everyone, this is Terri, and you're listening to Insights with Terri Coots. And we are going to be discussing the week of July the 23rd through the 30th, 2023. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your ears. Much gratitude. We are having the sun sign change about the middle of the week. And we've been living in that Cancer energy, which is nurturing and kind and thoughtful, home body, garden, home, everything. Wanting to get close to our family. If you don't have a family, the longing for it. Maybe making a pseudo family. It doesn't have to be blood related. It just feels like family. We're moving into Leo in the sun, and that's going to be on the 24th. Some of you won't hear this until after the 24th. So Leo is that sunny outburst, that roaring lion, the drama. It's the ruler. The sun is the ruler of Leo as well, and that's a shiny, warm type of energy field. So there's charm, there's the force of will, there's wanting to achieve greatness. So those characteristics will push at us. It'll allow us to have a sustained effort in something that we choose to be strong-minded about. What the point of this is for this next month for all of us will be to find our sense of self. Who are we? What are we? If you happen to be retiring just right now, this month, you may find that work was your sense of self, and now we have to look for another sense of self. Where do you get your sense of self? So it's imperative to find out who we really are. Now, I want to say in a big way, it doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be the world knows your name. But in a big way means that it matters to maybe people around you or to you, that you're doing something that you feel matters. And when we get there, when we feel like what we've done matters or what we're doing matters, wow, what a shift. What a shift that we can experience. That's where we learn what we were born to do. Now, if you are a Leo, you may be a little bit more socially extrovert at this time. So it might push you out a little bit more. I heard that there's a new disco dance club in Windsor, which I would like to go and visit, even at my age. And I just remember the disco. I think it's called something like the Inferno. But that's the extrovert kind of energy where we could get up and dance and not feel bad about ourselves. Everything is just for fun. All of our activities should be just for fun activities, adventures. Leo in our relationships needs, demands, expects loyalty, just like the pride of lions. They expect that each other has their back. They expect to be part of a group and have a mission in that group, to feel special. Maybe one is one that tracks down the herd, another one positions itself to move them into the jaws of the lion that's waiting. There's a position. Everybody has their own place. Not so friendly, but wanting to be special, one of a kind. We'll strive for that. That'll be a pull for us in this next little bit. And this energy will absolutely wilt like lettuce in the sun without attention and a little bit of praise. So remember that about your family and your friends. What can you say nice about them? It has to be genuine. Underline. It has to be genuine because you can sniff out when it's schmoozy. Hate schmoozy like that. So we are striving to have a true form of confidence, to maybe find out if we're a natural leader or are we a supporter of leaders. Do we know what a good leader is? So we have to grow into this. We have to grow into these Leo shoes. That's what we are designed to do this month, especially maybe if you look at your childhood experiences. If you found that you were treated disrespectfully in childhood, this is the time to look at it and find out how we can make this a little bit better. What's our chronic dissatisfaction with our life? What's the patterns that come from childhood? And how do we use it to rebuild? Not to build resentment and get cranky, but to rebuild our life, to look at, this is what it was, this is what I choose. Not to blame, not to make excuses, but to do it with dignity. So this is what they're offering us, thankfully, in this next little bit. And it's kind of interesting. There's so much offered when we have so many planets doing so many things, allowing us to grow and nurture each other, nurture ourselves. All of this support is just wonderful. Then Mercury, the planet of the mind, how we think, how we communicate, that's in Leo still, but on the 29th it moves into Virgo. Now that Virgo energy we've talked about before wants order and wants us to, just be on top of things, not to be so behind in things that we feel overwhelmed. Lazy energy here doesn't fit at all when you pair it with the Virgo. Leo itself can get lazy in spurts and bursts of energy, and then lazy energy. But Virgo wants us to keep going, wants us to get something done, wants us to be productive. So maybe look around and see what kind of projects you've got, and this is the time to get at it. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, the planet of attraction, is still in Leo, and then on the 23rd of this week, it goes retrograde. That can be a little difficult if we haven't done our work. So it allows us retro, looking backwards, looking back in our life. We can do this with positive energy. It doesn't have to hurt. We can do it and make it well understood why we do the things we do. What's our pattern? How do we make this pattern a good pattern and not a dark pattern, not one that costs us instead of create something good? So with that energy, we have the opportunity to look and grow and not blame, but look at our relationships, past, present, and what we want for our future in this retrograde energy in Venus. And Mars is still in that Virgo energy. Mars is our drive, so that's the energy field that allows for us to make a plan, to get something done, to fire energy. And with Virgo knows what needs to be done. So this is a great time to look around and say, what do I need to work on? Who do I need to work on? Myself, other people, my relationships, things around the house, outside. How can I help other people? Virgo is in service. Virgo is something that needs the how would I say it? The feeling of doing something right, the feeling of allowing ourselves to be needed, to help, to contribute. This is the time to volunteer. If you need to volunteer, or you want to volunteer, you want to put all this together, pulling it all together, this is the time for it. Number 1 was given to us with all of this energy. And number 1 is leaders. And that is so appropriate. I can't believe it. Why should I not believe it? But I can't believe it. It's just so amazing that this number 1 comes up. Leadership, courage, inspiration, active, creative, individual priority, success. Number 1 is all of that. Initiative, determination to succeed. You pair that with Leo, and I don't know that it could be stopped. Now, what we want to do is we want to be careful not to be dominant, not to domineer and dominate people, not to be a bully, because all this Leo energy can be, if you've seen or watched animals and prides of cats or lions, you have bullies. You have the ones that try to make things good and nice, but we've got to watch that we don't try to achieve glory or social status by bullying or stepping on somebody. That can be a weakness, superiority, stubbornness, just too little help for others and not supporting. That'll make us lonely. Now, the beginning of the week, our vulnerable body parts will be our kidneys, our bladder. We will be striving to balance both our bodies, our mind, our lives. So balance will be everything. And that's really what kidneys do, is try to balance the toxins with the nutrients. So our bodies will mirror what we need to do in our lives. So maybe you need more water to sort out the toxins. Maybe you're drinking too much water because it's so hot. I mean, you can't drink too much water. Dogs can flip over if they play in the water too long and they're drinking too much, where then our mineral salts become very disrupted. So balance, balance, balance. Harmony. Keeping things nice is something that we'll strive for. It doesn't mean we have to do it. It means that's what we're going to strive for. Trying to just make everybody happy, which is impossible. Then the middle of the week, we'll be looking at the genitals, which will be a little bit more vulnerable. The prostate, all of those organ parts will be in a vulnerable place. So if you're already weak in that area, just keep an eye on it. See what you can do to keep it healthy and remain strong until we get out of this energy field. This is this is a Scorpio energy, and this energy ruled by Pluto, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, allows us through the middle of the week to the end of the week to try to dive deep, to try to understand things, to try to work on something that is maybe subconscious to us or is unavailable to us. So when you have that kind of an energy field, sometimes it's not comfortable going that deep, trying to find out why we do things that we do and what's triggering us. Then towards the end of the week, we move into the more spiritual energy, which is the Sagittarius energy. And that helps us to take all that work that we've done this week, put it together, and find what our goals are, what our mission in life is. What is the meaning of our life? So this whole week is geared up to end the week on that high note, the search for goals, the search for freedom, the search for understanding, the search for spirituality. It's all being offered to us in a very profound and positive way. What are you going to do with that? What? And then I pulled a couple of cards for us, and one of the energy fields was for us to seek our craft. What is it that we're really good at? So the universe has asked us to really look at ourselves with truth and find out, what are you good at? What can you offer other people that you excel at? Maybe you're handy and you could help a widow, maybe an invalid, a person that is struggling with something that you're good at. How can you help them? Can you look at your job and say, what do I contribute? And instead of just looking at working for a paycheck, how can I be really special at this job? How can I shine? And this isn't for allocades. This is to just do the greatest job that you can possibly do and be so good at it and contribute. And to really work at our home, our house, and our domestic situation so that we can cement all these bonds that are supposed to be family bonds, instead of sniping or doing what the cat does, is take a swat at somebody. Maybe we need to purr. Maybe we need to encourage each other. That's that Leo energy, and it's pairing beautifully with the number 1 and what we have with our month, our week, and the tarot cards. So the universe has us. It's got our back. It's giving us all the tools to work really well this week with some of the circumstances that are coming at us and some of the doors that are opening for us to walk through the door of opportunity. I hope you have fun with that this week, everyone. My thanks to you for taking the time to listen, and big thanks to Charlie O'Brien. He has put us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple iTunes, Amazon Music Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube. He will give me the link, and I will put that link up on Facebook. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate Charlie doing all of what he does for all of us. He's always helping someone. And if you need me at all, and I could do a private or a personal reading for you, or help you with your dog, understand your dog, your cat, and how can we achieve a better relationship, you're welcome to text or call 519-726-6699, or you can email me at terri.coutts@gmail.com. Thanks for dropping in. Have yourself a wonderful week. I would love to hear some of your comments on how this affected you. Was there something that this was poignant for you? How did you motor through it? What did you see? What was your aha moment? If you can share that with me, maybe we can share that with others, leading us all into the light, that sunny Leo energy. Have a great week, everybody. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to Insights with Terri Coots. Visit Terri's website at terriworld.com. TERRI world.com.